John Neal Jr., your professor. Welcome to another lesson of Time to Get It Monday. How are you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my student listeners? I hope that you're doing fine. Today we have a very interesting topic. It's called short-term pain for long-term gain, or long-term gain for short-term pain, right? So in life, I see a lot of people out there, they're trying to get it. They're trying to be successful, right? And I see a lot of people, they want it instantly. You ever see that person, they go to work, they're like the fastest person in the world. They'll go wherever they work. It might be a grocery store, it may be a car dealership, they may be a lawyer or doctor, right? But they're in a hurry to get done with their shift. They're not making friendships. They're not enhancing their relationships, right? This happens a lot in life. What about the kid that wants to go to school and he goes to school or she goes to school and they don't do their homework? What about the person that looks at their homework or they look at their assignments, but they never look at their syllabus, right? The syllabus is like your Bible, right, to what you're doing in terms of your assignments, and your professors prepare them. You should look at them because it tells you what you need to give them, right? A lot of people do not look at their syllabus. Why? Because I am a professor, right? Not just your professor, a real professor, right? So I see this. Now, in life, we're given a manual to some extent. Sometimes our parents give us information, our family members give us information, but we don't take the opportunity to maximize or to seize it. What does this do to us? Well, it hinders us from accomplishing our goals. Well, I'm going to give you a little story, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because sometimes when I give analogies, people don't quite understand, but I'm going to share a story with you. It's called Sarah and Gustavo. Okay, so follow me with this, right? So Gustavo was this young man in high school. He had all the muscles. He played football, long hair. Everybody loved Gustavo. Very handsome guy. All the girls liked him, and all the guys want to be like him, right? So Gustavo, he's walking through the halls, and all the girls like, "Hey, Gustavo, how you doing, boo?" Right? Gustavo shaking his hair, like he just got out the shower, gelling and everything, right? And all these girls that wanted him, he liked them, but it wasn't like the one he really wanted. The one he really wanted was Sarah. Sarah saw him one day. She was like, "I don't think so." Gustavo approached her. He was like, "Hey girl, how you doing?" Sarah's like, "No, I don't think so. I'm not interested in this," right? So Sarah kept it moving, right? Gustavo was still interested in her, right? He done chased her. Nothing Gustavo said was going to get Sarah to be interested. So what did Gustavo do? He had a plan, right? Gustavo, he saved up his money, got a job, was saving his money, and bought a new Camaro. Oh, yes, he did. Bought a Camaro, came up there with a little muscle shirt on, and Sarah happened to notice him for the first time, right? It wasn't the car or the muscle shirt, right? I'm not sure. But long and behold, they got together, right? Sarah said, "I'm gonna give you a chance. You got a couple of things going for yourself. I'm gonna give you a chance," right? So they hook up, they get together, right? And what I mean by hook up, they decided to start dating, right? And everything was going good. Sarah would go and hang out with her friends, go do a little homework. Gustavo would go to work so he can keep paying his car payment. Fast forward, right? 6 months before graduation, Gustavo's payment was a little bit high. He had to pay his insurance, so he had to drop out of school, right? So he drops out of school when he realizes that he's not going to graduate on time, right? So Sarah, she continues to go to school. She graduates with a 4.0. A lot of kids go to Disneyland or they go somewhere to celebrate, right? So she went to celebrate, right? Long and behold, with all her friends who graduated, and Gustavo was still there working. Well, they had a little fun with Camaro. They went on their dates, this and that, so forth and so on, until Sarah had to go to college. Sarah went to college while Gustavo stayed back home because he didn't graduate, so he didn't afford himself that opportunity, right? Short-term gain for long-term pain. Follow me. So Sarah, she went to college, got into college. Although she had to do her homework, she still was able to maintain a 4.0, and she did good, right? And she met new people, right? She came back home and she visited periodically. But the thing is, she couldn't spend that much time with Gustavo because she had to spend time with her family. And her new friend, David, right? Her new friend, David, right? So her and David, they're hanging out and doing their thing. And then all of a sudden, they're only friends. Remember, they're only friends. But Gustavo, he took a shortcut, right? He had to drop out of school. Short-term gain for long-term pain. Follow me with this. So Sarah says 4 years of college is not enough. So she decides to go a little bit longer to get her graduate degree. Guess what? The guy who was her friend now becomes her boyfriend. So she takes the guy home to meet her family, Sarah does, and then she has to tell Gustavo that they're no longer together. Story sounds familiar? It gets better. So they graduate from college, they both land their dream jobs, and they end up together, and then they come home and announce it to the family. Meanwhile, Gustavo is left with his hands in the air, not knowing what's really going on, but realizing that he's settled. So as he settled for his career, as he settled for dropping out, Sarah went on and met someone new who had the same interest. She experienced short-term pain, which is all the homework, all the school, for long-term gain, which was her life was going to be changed forever because she went to school and applied herself and made the right relationships work for her. Now on the other end, Gustavo, he experienced short-term gain, which was the car, the immediacy, right? And then in return, long-term pain, lesser wages, lesser of an education, and people not respecting him for maximizing his potential. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my student and listeners, please listen up. In life, don't take shortcuts. Whatever you're doing in your life, maximize your opportunities, maximize your relationships. It's not about the dollar, but it's about the experience. It's about the opportunities. It's about the love. It's about the relationships. You never can get certain relationships back. Money will come and go, but certain people are special. So gravitate towards these special people in your life that are in your life. Pay homage to them, pay respect to them, but also pay respect to you. Honor your education. Honor what people are giving you in terms of advice and wisdom. And I guarantee you, your life will come to fruition. I hope that this information was helpful to you because I live by this model. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my student and listeners, thank you for tuning in to this lovely lesson. And I hope that you apply some of this information, hopefully all of it. And you know why? I believe in you. Stay inspired. And please, if you're not enrolled at the University of Inspire, enroll. It will change your life.